While we totally invite you guys to have your cameras on and you guys participate, just make sure that you guys know that we are going to be using this, also grabbing stuff for social media. The breakout rooms with just you and your mentors will not be recorded, as a quick heads up, but hopefully all of you guys are cool with that. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into this. Let's get started. Welcome to Schulich Ignite. How's everybody doing today?
Woo! Schulich Ignite.
Yes, awesome stuff. So what is Schulich Ignite? I'm assuming that some of us here have previously actually participated in Schulich Ignite in the past, and some of us here are brand new today. So for those of you who are not familiar with what Schulich Ignite is, it is a spot for you to go and learn how to program. This is a university club initiative. So all of us are from University of Calgary, teaching all of you high school students scattered all across Calgary and even Toronto, all across Canada, how to go and program. 100% free initiative for us. We're doing this at a volunteer basis and out of all of our love here. And really, I know it's a little bit cheesy to say it, but our job here is to ignite your passion in programming. We're hoping that you guys have been taking these advanced sessions, so we think that you guys are pretty darn hyped up for this. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes. So I'm going to be the guy who's going to be talking to you for the next 8 weeks. My name is Richard, as you probably can guess at this point, and I am your lecture lead. I am studying software engineering. I'm also taking business, and I'm going to go pass it off and let everyone else in the room say hi. I'm going to go and pass it off first to say, first person on my list is going to be Anmol.
Hi everyone, my name is Anmol and I'm the president of Schulich Ignite, and I am in my 3rd year of electrical engineering with a minor in digital engineering.
Awesome. Passing it off to Mohan.
Hey everyone, my name is Mohamed and I am the Vice President of Communications at Schulich Ignite. I am also a 3rd year electrical engineering student at the University of Calgary.
Cool. And Garth?
Hello everybody, I'm Garth Slaney. I'm a 3rd year software engineering student at the University of Calgary, and I'll be a mentor.
Awesome. Let's go to DA.
Yeah, I'm a 2nd year software engineering student. Super excited. Yeah.
And Alejandro.
Sorry about that. I'm a 3rd year computer science student at UFC. I'm very excited for the semester.
Okay, Kieran.
Hi, I'm Kieran. So I'm a 3rd year computer science student at the UFC, and I also work at the UFC in the web development department.
Sweet. Joel.
Hi everyone, my name is Joel, and I'm a final year electrical engineering and computer science student at the University of Calgary. I'm looking forward to working with all of you.
Alan.
Hey, I'm a 1st year in computer science. Yeah, I mean, woo, I don't know.
And finally, wrapping things up, last but not least, Ajay.
Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. So my name is Ajay, and I'm a 1st year engineering student at the University of Calgary, and I'll be your mentor for Group 6.
Excellent. Perfect. Thanks, guys. And as Ajay has just mentioned here, these are the mentors. These are the guys that you guys get to work with for over the next few weeks. So we're not set up like a traditional classroom. We're going to be definitely oriented so that we have, well, I'm going to be talking for a bit, but these are the guys who you're going to meet. And I definitely recommend you get to meet them and learn a little bit more about them. But before we do that, I'm going to go kick things off, and we'll say a few more words.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Schulich Ignite. My name is Anmol Huja, and I'm the president of Schulich Ignite. We are a club at the University of Calgary that aims to ignite a passion for coding in youth. We have been teaching since 2016, and recently we expanded the club to also offer advanced sessions to students as well. So our Ignite beginner sessions go over the basics of Python and coding fundamentals. And you are able to learn skills that will help you develop a game at the end of our 8-week sessions as well. And in our advanced sessions, we teach object-oriented programming, and you will be able to also develop a fully functioning game by the end of those 8 weeks. So you will all be paired with a mentor and other students in which you will be able to solidify your learning of the topics that we'll be teaching throughout the different classes. And your mentors are all from the University of Calgary or the University of Alberta. So you will also be able to learn about how university life is as well. Our sessions span 8 weeks, and after those 8 weeks, we also have a gala event in which we invite industry speakers, and students are able to show off their projects and the skills that they have learned throughout those 8 weeks as well. The gala also consists of a panel in which you're able to ask questions to industry speakers and how it is like working in the industry as either a software developer or someone in computer science. I really hope that you all enjoy our program, and I would like to give a big thanks to all of our sponsors, the Schulich School of Engineering and Dr. Moshapur, to make this program possible. Also, a big thanks to the executive team and all the mentors here who are helping to run this program. Thank you all, and I hope that you enjoy the program.
Okay, awesome. And just to go and comment on what and was saying, we also have Dr. Moshapur. He couldn't join us in person today, but Dr. Moshapur is a professor in the software field, and he has taught a lot of us here. And he also wants to go and send you a quick message as well.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Schulich Ignite. My name is Dr. Mohammad Moshapur, and I'm a software engineering professor at the Schulich School of Engineering. You're in the Ignite Flare class, which is our more advanced programming class. We have had many requests over the years to have a more advanced programming class, and now thanks to our great Schulich Ignite team, we have been able to make that a reality. If you're in this class, that means that you already know programming to a certain level and you're here to get more advanced skills. So that's great. That means you already know programming is important and hopefully you already like programming. So then I don't really need to convince you of any of this. And I'm sure we're going to have a very good semester and build some exciting apps. Now, with regards to Schulich Ignite, what's important is that you attend each session and you're able to consistently work on it. And if you do that, you're going to get great results. With regards to software, I want to mention to you that I want to talk about the importance of software for a second. If you've already taken the first Ignite course, you might have heard me talk about this, that software is everywhere and it's very important for everybody to know how to write programs and to understand how programming works. With you guys, I would like to go a step further. Now that you know some programming and you're learning more and more, I would encourage you to go beyond this class and build on your skills on your own as well. So throughout this class, you're going to learn how to create games and learn some very valuable programming skills. This is going to really position you quite well for going for more advanced programming skills. And you can build anything. You're really limited only by your own imagination. What really attracted me to programming and software engineering was that I felt very empowered by the idea that I could sit behind my computer and create apps that other people can use, create applications that other people can use to solve real problems. So this is very exciting, and I would encourage you to look for cool ideas and other things that interest you to build it. So for example, you could create, especially using Python, because Python is such a powerful language, and you can easily connect it to machine learning and AI. You could look at YouTube, for example, and you can search for cool Python projects, Python games, and Python applications to get ideas and join the programming community. There are many cool and famous projects that are on YouTube, and you can sort of build it on your own. Many games, you can download data, make sense of that. You can get a Raspberry Pi computer and build really cool applications. There's a very interesting example that's that became quite famous on YouTube. It was a smart mirror where you had a Raspberry Pi connected to a mirror with some light sensors and what have you, and then you would enable voice recognition through talking to some APIs, and so you would basically build your own smart device like a home. Like a Google Home, and you can communicate with it. So look into that, and also you can see a lot of online resources to learn programming. So again, the Ignite class is a great idea to build your programming skills. And once you're there, then that's your takeoff platform, and the sky is the limit. Go and learn as much as possible and do well, and hopefully we'll see you at Schulich for engineering. Thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you every week.
Excellent. Oops.
Hello, everybody.
Hopping on off. That was fantastic. So I wish he was here to say that in person, but I really want to stress that there's some really cool stuff going on here. I want to jump into what is object-oriented programming, but first, just a quick pulse check. See how many of us here have actually come from Schulich Ignite before, as if taken one of our previous semesters. Okay. We got some people who are returning here. We got some people first time. I'm seeing maybe half and half. That's interesting. Oh, a couple more people on first time than returning. Okay, sounds good, sounds good. You know, if you already recognize me, that's fantastic. If this is your first time, we're definitely going to get along and have a great time. So some of you guys might have already heard this speech. Some of you guys might be hearing this for the very first time round. But I want to go and say, what is object-oriented programming, and why is this so much better than just taking the first level programming class and kind of stopping right there? Well, I'm going to turn it around first. I'm going to ask you first. All of us here are studying software or planning to go into software, or at least many of our mentors are, and hopefully many of you guys as well. But can you guys name some of the professions that you guys can do? Like, what are some professional roles? For example, be a web developer or an app developer. What other kind of things do software engineers do in the real world? Data analysts, cybersecurity, game dev, machine learning, backend development. Hey, you guys are good. You guys got a lot of them down pat. We got freelancers. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We got any other people wanting to say what they know? Shoot anything at me. Vehicle development. Oh, absolutely. Yes. We got any other people out there? All right, cool. I'll toss on my own just because I am working in this field right now. Security development or software testing, machine learning, absolutely, yes. So what I want to say here is there's so much variety. I know that we promised that we're going to be teaching you guys games, but really that's just a quick and thin disguise to say how to go and learn actual real programming, because I'm taking a big look at this list here. And actually, I'd say anywhere between 90% to 100% of all these different ones that are thrown onto the list is 100% going to be using object-oriented programming. We're going to be working over this with the next few weeks here, but I want to really stress that this is something that you guys will use everywhere. It's a way how to go and take a piece of code and make it scalable. What does that mean? It means that well, I'll give an example that on me, my own personal projects, when I want to code just for fun, I'm using object-oriented programming. And then we could scale this up. We can have 10,000 different people working on different programs, and they have to go and write down billions of lines of code. How do you keep that sorted? How do you keep that organized? How do you keep that actually maintainable? Wrap your head around that. That's where object-oriented programming comes in. And fun fact, 10,000 people, 1 billion lines of code. That's what Google is doing right now. You can bet your bottom dollar that they are using object-oriented programming every single day of their lives out there. It is huge. It is everywhere. And that's why we're so excited that we can go and bring you Ignite Flair, our Flair on how to bring you object-oriented programming. All right, I think I got over with all the intro stuff. Let's hop into a little bit more of what we're going to be doing this time. So we're going to have 8 interactive sessions here. And as I've already stressed, this is not just your typical model. It's not just going to be me talking to the camera for the entire time. Instead, what we're really going to do is have you guys follow along. You guys are going to be programming with me. You guys are going to be programming challenges. And this is where the breakout rooms and the mentors come in. You guys get your own dedicated set of mentors that you get to work with, or you get your mentor. I'm pretty sure you get to say hi. Mentors, wave for the camera. So these are the folks that are going to be teaching you. These are the folks that you go and get to shoot questions back and forth with. And you guys get to go and build anything you want, really. We're going to start together building a game, but then the sky's the limit for how we're going to go and do this. So here's going to be the schedule, tentative, depending on how things go. Oops, let's ignore that. And so basically how we're going to run this. For the first session, or today's session 0, not on the list, and we're just going to walk through the schedule. Session number 1 is going to be making sure we got a review, everything's working good. Sessions number 2 through 6, this is where we're learning what object-oriented programming is. We're going to work through all the steps of everything here. So it's going to include objects, it's going to include methods. We're even going to see if we can touch on inheritance, schedules, or permitting. And then finally, sessions number 7 and 8, this is where you guys get to go bananas, get to build anything you want. We're going to give a platform together in sessions number 2 through 6. And then you guys get to go and build whatever you want on top of that. And that's where we're really hoping to see some really creative stuff come out. So I do want to go point out to a couple of quick references. You guys probably are familiar with this one right now. That's the Schulich Ignite website. That is where you get to go and see everything here. We're sharing this website with the beginner session, of course. So you guys are underneath sessions, Ignite Flare, and you guys will be able to see the slides. This is session 0. Session 1, we'll make sure that this is up to date. And we're going to keep on populating in. You'll get to see all the different sessions here as well. Give us a couple days as well, and we'll put all of our recorded sessions up on YouTube. Yep, you guys can go and watch that anytime you want, though I still recommend you show up here. And the other one I want to point out, since you guys are more advanced students, you guys get to see some more advanced tools. We're going to go have some code pre-made for you guys that you get to work with. And that's going to be put on GitHub. If you don't know what GitHub is, don't worry. It's just a really fancy way of seeing all your different files on there right now. So definitely get familiar with this. You can always go and find this link on our website here and find it straight inside session number 0. And this is where we're going to go and put some stuff. We're going to come back to here a couple times. And really, I'm going to highlight there's one file called main, copy and rename, that we're going to definitely be revisiting. So make sure that you pay attention to little details like this. And all this complicated stuff, don't worry about that. We'll talk about those later. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see what we can do this here. Furthermore, I want to go and talk about Ignite points. So Ignite points is our virtual point system. So yeah, we'll go give you a virtual scoreboard, see how you guys are doing along the way. Virtual points, real prizes though. So I'm not going to tell you what the prizes are quite yet. I'm just going to quickly tell you. There's 3 ways that we're going to be able to go and get Ignite points. So first, congratulations, you're getting Ignite points just simply for showing up. That's right, you come in every day, you're going to get points. And the more times you show up, the more points you're going to get. And we're going to have quick questions. So this is just going to be your traditional polls that we're going to pop over Zoom, see if you guys understand how you're doing with that. And then finally, this is the exclusive one. At the end of the term, all those projects, all those games you guys are going to build, we're going to take the best 3 of them, vote for whichever ones are the best on there, and we're going to give those people points. Now, the prizes, we're going to go and give $10 of Amazon gift cards to everyone. Free money, who does not like free money? I am going to emphasize this is for the people who have the most Ignite points, not necessarily the people who have the best projects on here. So if you think you're a hotshot, already know everything, you're not allowed to skip class. You're going to be taken over by people who are showing up every single day. You want to get the most of those points, you want to get that gift card. You got to go show up for our sessions, and you got to have a really good game to go with that too. Okay, I'm going to go reiterate back on the attendance. So with the attendance system here, we are going to be popping in and giving you 5 points for each time that you show up. And every time you show up consecutively, we're going to throw another 5 points on top of that. I think it's easier just to go and show you an example of this. So let's go and take an imaginary student, Anna. Let's say that Anna shows up for session 1. Excellent, she gets 5 points. Session 2, she gets 10 points. So that's a grand total of 15. Session 3, that's 15 points. It's starting to add up all the way up to session number 5, 25 points just for that day. You could see these numbers add up fast. Session number 6, let's say she got sick or she was absent or she had a soccer tournament, something like that. Back down to 0, no surprises there. Session number 7, she's going to restart at the 5 points again, and she gets 5 more points added on. Session number 8, that's 10 points. My math's not that fast, but if you guys add it up, that's 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10. So for those of you who show up for all 8 sessions, you can see your scores are going to go through the roof with that. Otherwise, though, talking about our quick questions, this is compound interest, 100%, secretly trying to get you into business here. So our quick questions here, this is where we're going to give you a free opportunity to get 10 points and sometimes 20 points. They're just multiple choice questions here. Everybody should participate in it. Definitely not just for the first people here. Definitely a moment for anybody to go and win a couple of free points there. All right. Afterwards, I want to go and say, if you do want to keep track of that, you can go and take a look at our spreadsheet link right here. I'm not going to delve too much into it, but I do want to just highlight, we're sharing this with our beginner session. So we got the bug busters, we got Pythonic Lava, not you guys. You guys are the Ignite Flare session. That's right over here. You guys can keep a leaderboard record here, and you guys can see your own names there, I'm hoping. And you want to keep track, how to understand how it all works. Again, we're sharing this board. You guys are going to take a look at the Ignite Flare. I'm not going to spend time reading this over right now. Definitely recommend you guys take a moment, though, to go and read this over, especially if you're after a few free gift cards right there. Okay, awesome. Finally, I'm going to say, let's go and get all of you guys on Discord right now. Has anyone here not heard of Discord? I can tell you quickly what Discord is if anyone is not familiar with that. Okay, perfect. Sounds like I'm not hearing anyone speaking up, but Discord, just a friendly spot. Our mentors are on there for the entire week. You don't have to wait for just these Monday sessions to go and ask us questions. You can pop off anything, anytime. And we'll also occasionally drop a couple announcements there. Also your emails. And really cool place just to hang out, really cool place just to show off your projects. And I'd say, go join right now. And if you're not there yet, or if you're already there, let's say hi. Show me some Monday pride on the Discord channel. Nice, I'm loving it. Awesome, you guys do me proud. Excellent stuff. Thank you guys, that is amazing. I love all the support you guys gave me right there. Okay, wrapping things up, what's gonna happen at the end of the 8-week sessions? I did mention that we're gonna go and submit the games. Everyone gets to go see them. But we're gonna make it even better. We're gonna have a gala. We're gonna show them off and have a great time where everybody gets to explore, have a chat. And here's the best part. We're gonna go and bring in some professionals, some people who are actually working out there in the real world. So you guys can have chats with them. You can learn basically what they're doing. Have any of you guys heard of this really small company called Google by chance? Yeah, there's gonna be somebody from there. We're gonna get people from Microsoft, and we've had AMD. We're hoping to bring in even more people in the future. So really, definitely recommend that you show up over there. Okay. What is Google? I don't know. Maybe just only a billion lines of code. Who really knows what that is? So I'm going to go hop us on to our contents here. So I'm going to say, if you guys haven't figured out already, we're working with Python, and we're going to be building our games in Pygame. Pygame is being a really good way to go and get you introductory level ways of getting introduced, working with this. So our tools, that's going to be Python, as I just mentioned, very popular language right now, and great way to learn basically any programming language out there. We're going to be using VS Code. It's basically a tool that allows us to go and edit our programming. And then Pygame is a really cool way of just making things show up and making it a lot simpler to get your game started up and running. And of course, show up here every week. This is where our Zoom sessions are going to be. So that being said, let's get everybody started here. So make sure your keyboards are up and ready. I'm going to pop out of my full screen mode here, and I'm going to see if I have Python 3 installed. So for me, I'm going to go over and press and type in command prompt. For those of you on Macs, I want you guys to go and try searching for the terminal app on your computer. Keyboard shortcut, you can press command plus space to go and open up the Spotlight search bar, and then you can go and type in terminal. Everyone open that up. Give me a thumbs up if you guys have the command prompts open or your terminal open right now. Okay, thumbs up, everyone is looking good. Excellent. If not, just a reminder, you can go down here, type in command prompt, or if you're on a Linux, or sorry, if you're on a Mac computer, that's command plus space, and you can search for terminal on your computer. They're both basically going to be a little different, but basically the same here. So some of you guys might have already worked with Python before. If so, this should be real easy. We're going to type in Python --version. That's for the Windows computers. And we're going to just double check. I got my Python already installed here. That's good. I'm teaching this. And as for you Mac users, type in Python 3 --version. Yes, Python 3 all in one word right there. If I press enter, it's not going to work. I'm on a Windows machine, of course. 2.7, okay. 3.8, yes, that is fine. We got 2.7, we are going to need to upgrade that. So 3.8 is going to be the minimum version that we're going to ask you guys to jump into. 3.7.7, technically we can get away with it. I'd prefer if you guys were at least on version 3.8. Or if you guys want to explore like me, you guys can jump onto 3.9. Oh no, you guys don't have Python at all? Oh wow, what a surprise. How do we go and get our Python installed? So, as I mentioned, if you guys already have this is fine. If you guys already have an old version like Python 2.7, you guys just need to do the exact same steps that those who have not downloaded it at all need to do. What we're going to go and do here is take a look at the python.org website. So I'm just going to do this from scratch, actually. Everyone follow along with me. Let's type in python.org, and I'm going to say it one more time. 3.7.7 is the minimum version. Honestly, I would prefer if you guys were on 3.8 at latest. So we go to the Python website, python.org. And afterwards, we're going to go check out the downloads here. Click on that. And we scroll down. We're going to grab the latest and greatest version of 3.8. That is Python 3.8.7. If you click on that, you can go and grab that scroll bar. Just go all the way down to the bottom here. And you should be able to go and see some download options here. So Mac computers, click right here, Mac OS 64-bit Intel installer. And as for you Windows computers, go and grab the 64-bit version. There's a pretty darn strong chance that you guys are using 64-bit computers. Okay. One more time, just go and follow this link here. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and go and grab your version. I'm going to wait a couple seconds here, make sure that everyone gets this up and installed. Okay. You can do it on any hard drive. I probably recommend the one that you're using right now. Yes, oh, that is a good point. One of our mentors have just highlighted a very important part. While you're going through the install process, I want you guys to stop. Stop right now, especially if you're on Windows, okay? If you are on Windows, I want you guys to pause. When do you see this screen, the install Python screen? Take a look down here. There's a tiny little check mark down here that says add Python 3.8 to path. This is very important. You need to, else it's not going to work properly for you guys. Can you guys repeat in chat what I just said? Add Python 3.8 to path. If you guys are on Mac computers, you guys should be fine. Don't worry too much about that. Windows computers definitely need to go and stress that. If you guys accidentally typed a little bit too fast, because I know that some of you guys do, you can always go and figure out a quick way how to go and Google it. Yes, you can add multiple versions of Python onto your path. You can talk to your mentor, you can learn some more information about that. And yes, thank you, Alan, good point. If you were a little bit too fast with the clicking, just go back, run it all over again, and you guys can click that button again. That's rerunning the installer. Thank you, Alan. Okay. For those of you who are in the middle of installing Python right now, I'm going to wait 10 more seconds here. Give me a thumbs up in chat. Give me some sort of signal that you guys are good to go. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Don't worry if you guys are falling behind. We'll have a little bit of time later to go and catch up. For now, we're just going to keep on plowing through, make sure that we got everything working. So, all right, Sanchi, make sure that you got Python 3 installed. If you guys are seeing Python 2, that's way too old. Python 2 is not going to work for what we need today. So a lot of you guys should be able to go and repeat the exact same thing we did before. Open up that command prompt. So press that window key, type in command prompt. If you're on Mac, that's going to be called the terminal instead. And you guys can go and type in Python dash version. For those of you who are seeing old versions like Python 2 still kicking around, you can always just do, if you're on Windows at least, pi-3. And then you can go and type in the exact same thing as well, dash version. You should still be able to go and check that out as well. Ooh, good point. We're getting lots of technical tips here. This is not a simple process. There's a couple of key things. So you will definitely want to go and close off your command prompt, reopen it. I have mine down here, but we'll just do it together. Oops. I'll go and type in the command prompt. If you're on terminal, please do the same thing. Repeat that process just to make sure that you are working. Once again, that's Python dash version. If you are on Mac, that's going to be Python 3 dash version. Or if you already have Python 2 installed, just because you had that around, you can type in py-3 dash version. The last one only works for Windows, unfortunately. If you're still stuck with this, if it's not showing up, don't sweat it. Talk to your mentor. We'll have plenty of time to go and work this out a little bit later. Okay, let's move on from that though. I also want to go and double check. You guys probably have this all ready to go. I was a little bit fast on closing this off. We're going to have something called pip. Pip comes installed with Python already, and it lets you go and quickly download other things like Pygame. We're going to need that. I'm going to double check that I have pip installed. Pip dash version. Or if you are on a Mac computer, you're going to just do the same thing. Oopsie, mine is complaining about something it did not like. No module named pip. I've used this before. Huh. Funny. Don't you worry about my screen. My computer's just set up a little bit differently than everyone else's, but you guys should all be able to follow along. Pip dash version. And for the Mac users, that's going to be pip3 dash version. I'm getting a funny little surprise here. I'm kind of curious if I can just simply run it elsewhere. All right, that's something on my end that I'm going to need to worry about. Don't you worry about the rest of you guys. You should not need to restart your computer. You guys should be good to go. Excellent, we got somebody with pip 20.3.3 working. And nope, don't need to go and install. Don't you worry about it. Pip 19.3, pip 20.2.3. You guys are all pretty much in a good enough shape. Excellent stuff. I'm not too concerned about the version number of pip. We're not going to use it too often. Okay, now, for those of you guys who have been using pip though, this is where we are going to go and type in the command. I've already got Pygame installed, but I'm going to go and say for the rest of you guys, let's get it installed on your computers. Pip install Pygame. Type that in, pip install pygame. Okay. And just going to double check on my side. Whoops, my screen's not working just exact same. Again, that's just something really minor on my side. I promise you that it's nothing you guys need to be worried about. Once you got pip install Pygame, thank you, Animal, for typing that into chat. We're going to go and see, make sure that you guys all got that working. You go and type in pip show Pygame. Requirement already satisfied. That means you already downloaded it. Maybe you've been playing with Pygame in the past. I don't know. A-okay if that's your case, though. Afterwards, confirm that you have it installed properly. Type in pip show Pygame. Jonah Lee, how about you go send a message to your mentor, get an excellent opportunity for you to say hi, and you guys can talk together about how that error message goes. So take a second for everybody else to follow along. If you are getting some issues though, go and talk to your mentors directly. Send them a message through Zoom chat. Sean, you're asking about virtual environments. If you know how to use a virtual environment, go nuts, you can use that. For the rest of you guys, if you don't have any clue what a VN is, don't worry about it. We're not going to be worried too much about that. So if you guys already have that set and ready to go, that is awesome. And I promise you for now, that should be the last of our command line stuff. We're going to go back to much more user-friendly stuff. So I mentioned we're going to use VS Code. VS Code is a spot for me to go and type in whatever programming stuff I want. It looks something like this. I got some old program that I've been working on sitting here on the side, and you guys don't need to worry about that. if you guys already have your own programming tools installed, I know there's other ones like Pygame, or if you want to use REPL IT Online, or if you want to use Sublime or Atom, go for it. But our mentors here, we're going to be all using VS Code because that's something that we can all be a little bit consistent with. Visual Studio 2019, that's VS, not VS Code, works fine. Eclipse, go for it. Oh, maybe not Eclipse, I'm not quite sure. Eclipse is better for a different programming language, Java. VS 2019 should be fine. VS Code is lightweight. VS Code is a lot simpler than Visual Studio. So if you guys know your tools, go ahead, you can use them. But for consistency's sake, we do recommend that we use VS Code. And yeah, this is absolutely an industry standard. This is made by the same people in Microsoft, and a lot of people have this. You already have VS Code installed, you're already ahead of the game. So yep, the rest of you though, let's go to code.visualstudio.com. And let's go and start downloading VS Code here. Download for Windows, download for Mac, you guys should know what it is. And Vim, if you guys want to use Vim, wow, I'm not helping you guys there. Vim is a very difficult and not beginner-friendly tool to use there. VS Code, we're going to go and stick with that one. Please do not take that as a challenge accepted moment. Yeah, I do see Microsoft Notepad, Notepad++. Those are also often very popular tools here. So I know that some of you guys might be familiar with this editor here. It's not bad. I don't think it's nearly as good as VS Code. So that's why I'm going to go and use that here. Sean, if that's a challenge accepted from you, you can absolutely go for it. Sublime works a-okay. You can use Sublime if you want. I personally like VS Code more. Well, I haven't actually tried Sublime, I won't lie. But I'm going to take a couple seconds here. Let me know in chat once you guys get VS Code installed. Excellent. We got a couple people saying, yep, we're all popping in here. Installing, finishing up here. Oh my gosh, Microsoft Paint. Wow, I did not realize how strong the memes are going to be with these folks here. I'm loving it. I prefer my vacuum tubes actually, but moving on here. Don't worry, it's going to be popping up, finishing off pretty darn soon here. And here's a couple of the steps. You can review them in the slides. It's not going to be terribly difficult, but I do want to say VS Code, Visual Studio Code, is great for a lot of different programming languages, but we want to go and make it work for Python specifically. I'm going to press my start button again. Oh, pardon me. And I'm going to type in VS Code directly into my search browser here. Let's pop it open. Sanchit, excellent. That is great to hear that you are with us with the proper version. What I'm going to do with my VS Code window, whoops, once I find it, that is, I have it open somewhere. Here it is. Is that the one I want? No, it is not. I'm going to just go and make sure that I have my proper VS Code open and visible. It is somewhere hidden on my screen, and I'm going to need to go find it because that's crazy. Pardon me, just way too many windows open on my computer. You guys can't see it, but I'm going through a little bit of chaos right now. Let me just try typing that in one more time. There it is, I found it. So what I'm going to do with VS Code, this is what I'm going to see. I mean, you can type stuff and start typing stuff there right away. Don't recommend it. Let's slow down for a quick moment here. What we're going to do is take a look at the extensions. The extensions button is going to be on the left. It's this one that looks like the 3 and the 4 squares. We're going to go over here, click on that extensions button, and we're going to go into the extension search bar that pops up on the left side there. We're going to type in Python. When we search for that, we're going to see a whole list of things. Don't worry, the one we're interested in today is this very top one, the little star on it. It's going to be ones that are created by Microsoft themselves. I've already got it installed. It's pretty easy for me. For the rest of you all though, I want you to go press that install button, get that Python working on your Visual Studio Code. Let me know, give me a thumbs up if you get that working. Sweet, I'm liking it. Excellent. We got a lot of people confirming right now. That's one last time for the rest of you guys. That's extensions. Type in Python up here. grab the top one from Microsoft and press that tiny little install button right there. Once you do that, oh boy, we can get the fireworks flying. We're going to go over here. I can close this off now and I can get rid of Untitled 1. And actually, I want to go and set it up for all of our future sessions. Go and grab a folder on your computer. I don't care where it is. You guys can use desktop. You guys can use documents. I got my own installed there. If you can run on terminal, Leo, if you want, you can use the terminal, but I think it's going to be a lot easier if you go and install the Python extension, because that's going to give you the power to actually also make the coding a lot simpler. So what we're going to go and do here, take any folder you want. I just got a particular folder just set up for myself here, and we're all going to do this together. We're going to go and create a brand new folder inside here. So I'm going to call it whatever I want. I think I'm going to call it today Ignite Sessions. We're going to go and store all the code that we make together right inside here. And I'm asking you guys to do this just so that we can stay organized together. Yes, absolutely. I'm seeing some excellent points on why that extension helps out. It's more than just running the Python code. That extension actually lets you type the code and make it a lot easier. Anyway, once you guys go and make that folder called Ignite Sessions, I'm going to also go create another folder inside there. This one is just for today, and we're going to call it Session 0. I don't mind whatever you call it. Session 0 just works for me. Excellent. It's kind of boring, kind of empty right now. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. I'm going to go and navigate over there using VS Code. Inside VS Code, I'm going to press File. I'm going to go Open Folder. And I'm going to go and take a look for the folder that we just created. So for me, I'm just going to quickly navigate over there real quick. Here's my Ignite Sessions, Session 0. I'm going to select Session 0. Inside, nothing in there, of course. We're going to select Session 0, the folder itself. And down here, you should see the Select Folder button. Jonah, you can grab just the Python version for now. Grab the one from Microsoft. Perfect. Once you guys do that, you guys should be able to see you're now inside Session 0. Session 0 is a folder we're working with. And let me show you something pretty cool. If you go with Session 0 and you click this New File button, we can create any file we want. I'm going to call mine hello.py, because of course we have to. So there we go. We got a brand new Python file right here. If you take a look, boom, it shows up right inside the Session 0 folder that we have just created. So Session 0, hello.py. It is one, it is the same. We are completely immersed with the computer right now. We can also confirm that this is working properly. I'm going to go and zoom in real quick. You guys can see way down here at the bottom left of your screen, it should tell you which Python you are currently using right now. So Python 3.8, Python 3.9, that's good. If you guys are seeing something weird like Python 2.7 or not seeing anything at all, well, you can click that and you can go and quickly change. You guys can see I have some different Python installations here. I'm happy with the one I have right now. I'm going to zoom out real quick. If you're not seeing that option at all, you can use the command Control+Shift+P, or I suppose if you're on Mac, that's Command+Shift+P, right? That will open up just this tool here to search anything you want. Inside here, you can go Python, select Interpreter, choose that option on the top there, and that will bring up this exact same option as if I just click down here. Everyone give me a thumbs up if you got that hello.py file running and you got your Python version in the bottom left. Excellent. Seeing a lot of yes. All right, Lara, don't worry about it. You can always ask your mentor if you need some more help with that. At this point, the world is our oyster. Okay, for those of you guys who are a little bit behind, don't you worry about it. We'll run through the steps real quick at the end. And of course, your mentors are right here to help you out. So at this point here, we can finally start to have some fun. Okay, I got to do the classic. Everybody knows that what's coming up. I'm going to type in print, open bracket, quotes, and I'm going to type in hello world, because everybody loves hello world. I want to run my program, but I need to go and do some key steps first. Every single time, what are we going to do? We're going to go and save. Quotes, okay, no matter, you can use whatever preference you want. Double quote is going to be what we're going to try to stick with, just for consistency. You might see me accidentally slip a single quote here or there, but I want everybody to repeat after me. Before you press run, you gotta save, all right? Type that in with me. Before you run, you gotta press save. Oops, I sent that straight towards our president. I want everybody to come and type that though. Awesome, I see everybody already sending that out in chat. Excellent. Save before you run before you save. You know how it goes. You gotta press save before you run. That keyboard shortcut, that's Control S, or if you're on the Macs, that's gonna be Command S. Every single time before you press play. I'm gonna drill that into your heads. And now we can have some fun with it. There's a big green play button up in the top right corner. When you finally go and press that button, all of our hard work, boom, we can finally see it showing up right down there. Oops, I'm too far zoomed in. I can't see it. Hello, world. That is me. That's us. We managed to go and get our first Python program running. Congratulations to us all. So if we want to have a little bit of fun with it, answer equals input. Ready for Ignite. If answer equals yes, print awesome. I'm just having some fun here. You guys don't need to type this out, but really, we're going to have some fun here, and I'm really looking forward to this. Every time before we start, we got to press save. All right. Oops, I gotta run that one more time. Ready for Ignite? Yes. Awesome. Okay, cool. So quick pulse check. How many of you guys were able to follow along? How many of you guys got right to where I am right now? Don't worry, we were going a little bit fast. We got plenty of time to spare. Oh, if you got errors, you know the drill. Go and chat to your mentors. Send them a message. Ask for help with them. Okay. Let's go and take a quick look at our slides here. I know I blazed through a lot of slides, so I apologize for anyone who is trying to follow along with the slides here. We were really repeating the same process here, where we were making the folder inside of our computer. That's called the session 0 folder that we made today. We made that brand new file there, so you can go and create that file, and you added it. It's called hello.py. Once you go and type that in, you can go and check your Python version down here in the bottom left, right down there. Afterwards, doing what we always need to do, we need to save before we run. Once you save, you can go and press that little play button and you can see it go. Other comments here? Any file that you add, we have already seen hello.py work. We can add any file we want. If we're going to have a text file, if you want, if you guys know what a JSON file or a CSV file, you can even use other programming languages if you want to. All of them work with VS Code inside here. So if I just wanted to go readme.markdown in D file, and I type in, this is our first session. Don't worry if you have no clue what markdown is, I'm just having some fun. And this here is just kind of cool. It gives us a way how to go and view it. But as I was mentioning, the key point I was trying to illustrate is that every file you type goes straight inside that folder we made called session number 0. Okay, afterwards, let's go and just do a quick pulse check, make sure everyone's good. I saw lots of thumbs up in there, but we're going to go and take this moment for a quick breakout room. This breakout room is only going to be maybe 2-3 minutes long. Any of you guys who are stuck, this is the time. Talk to your mentors, ask them questions. And this is where the point is that you guys can get a little bit of help. And for those of you guys who are able to follow along just fine, this is an excellent opportunity. I definitely recommend you ask your mentor, why are they in programming? And they'll ask you as well, I'm hoping, why are you guys interested in programming? Have a quick chat, let's do some icebreakers, and let's get our computer system fixed up. Let's jump into some breakout rooms.
Some of you may not be assigned if you joined with a different email. So if that's the case, just in the chat, type which group you're supposed to be in.
Okay.
Hey, and Joel, I can check which group you're supposed to be in.
Let's see, I should be able to pull it up real quick on my inside. Excellent. Looks like everyone is getting sorted out or will be momentarily.
So Joel, you are in Joel's group.
Joel is with Joel? Oh, get out of here. That's awesome. That's group 7.
Yep. Okay, everyone should be assigned to a room. You just have to press join.
Awesome. Nam's already got his room, probably just AFK or so. Cool. Just to reiterate over that quick comment you sent way back, Animal, you mentioned that there's a poll at the end of this class?
Yeah, there is a poll just to check how students are doing.
Okay, sounds good. That's just going to be popping up straight on Zoom?
Yeah, I have it ready to go. You just need to tell me when to launch it.
Sure thing. I'll do that in the next slide because right after this, we're just going to send them straight into the breakout rooms one more time. Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent. Let's just give it a few minutes, let them go and say hi to everybody. And yeah, any comments for me or is everything good on my end?
Oh, you're doing amazing. The engagement is really good. I'm impressed.
That's awesome to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's going really well. I hope the Wednesday and Saturday ones are going well too.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure that they got everything under control. Huh. I think that when I shared this file, when I put this link into here to make it publicly visible, or one of these publicly visible, I stripped myself of my access to edit this link.
Which one? Oh.
Don't think that this one matters to me too much, but I think it's the point form. I lost my own permission for points.
Oh, I see.
Oh well. I can get that resolved elsewhere.
Sure. Just 1 second.
Cool.
I think Julian is having some issue on Wednesdays. I'll just get back.
Sure thing. Okay. Oops. Hi, Grayson. How are you doing?
And let me know when you want the rooms closed. I can send a warning message as well.
Sure thing. I can't remember. If I send a chat in Slack, or not Slack, in Zoom, can people see it?
No, I'll have to do that. I can send a message to everyone in the rooms.
Okay, there's nothing important right now. I just want to simply check how they're doing. Let's because we have this scheduled all the way until 3 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's do until 1:58, just to let them chat, have casual conversations, and then get that quick poll done, and then send them off for games.
Yeah, that works. That's good.
Cool.
So many messages. I'm being spammed. Like this whole time I was just typing away.
Yeah, no kidding. And I polluted the Slack or the Zoom and Discord chat a little bit, but I think at least people seem to be having a good time so far.
Yeah, I hope so. Lots of technical issues. The website, people were having trouble with that, so I just went and fixed it.
Oh, wow. Okay. And I'm unable to confirm on my screen. We are recording, right?
Yeah, so I'll somehow have to edit out this part.
Hello, YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know how I will edit it, but somehow.
We'll figure something out. I think that editing software should be good enough for that.
Yeah.
All right. Probably shoot off a 1-minute warning now, and then we can pull people back in.
Okay, sounds good. Zoom has a nice new update. Like their interface looks much better.
Oh, thank God.
Did you get the message too?
Forward. Oh, I see it. Yeah, 1 minute left. Awesome. Let's see.
Retention looks pretty good too. Like we have almost all our students showed up.
That's good. It also makes sense. We're on day 0 so far.
That's true. Only DA and Mohammed's room is much lower than expected.
Interesting. Gotta go find the attendance sheet. I'm curious to stalk that. Okay.
Some of them didn't fill it out. Okay, I will do that in the last hour.
Okay, sounds good. Hopefully people stick around for the games. So the games basically mentors are facilitating their own, just with their own breakout group exclusively.
Yes, if you want, you're free to join a breakout room and play games too, or stay here, whatever you want.
If you need me to help run logistics, I could do that. Otherwise, I'll just pop in to learn or meet some of those faces.
Yeah, sure, you can pop in to meet some of those faces. I can make you a co-host first off.
Sweet, that'd be fantastic.
I actually forgot to do that. I'm supposed to do that. Sorry.
Shh.
And then if I assign you to a random room next time, then you can hop around, I think.
Awesome. I think I've done that before, so that should be good enough for me. All right, let's pull people back in. I think that 1 minute timer's expired, so let's bring them in. Awesome. Okay, starting to see some faces come in here. We got 30 seconds. How's everyone doing? I totally should have asked a random question like, did you spot the black bear? Put that in the breakout room. Okay, couple more seconds. All right, I think we're getting everybody back into here. Just making sure everyone is in the room before we proceed. Not to worry, we don't have very much left anyway. So, okay, everybody looks like they're back in for the ride. Cool. Well, fun fact, it's actually pretty darn simple. At this point, we're going to go and give you guys a quick feedback poll, or if you guys could do us a quick favor, answer a poll, and then we'll be wrapping up pretty darn soon. So, the band will go and send that off. Okay, I see answers streaming in. Excellent. And don't worry, it's completely anonymous as well. Okay. Perfect. We got a lot of answers here. How would you guys find your mentors? And I'm seeing how you guys are loving your mentors so far. That is fantastic. Don't worry if you're ever having any problems with mentors, you can always let us know, but these guys are definitely the best of the best that we have available. Anyway, jumping back into it, surprise, we're going to just go back into the breakout rooms. We're going to go have some fun now. So at this point, I really just encourage you guys get to really go and meet everyone else that you're going to be working with, and you get to go and meet your mentors at this point. So your mentors are going to go and play some games. Mentors going to go also do some ice breaking as well. And yeah, you guys can do whatever you guys want, whatever you think is fun. Some recommendations, just in case if you don't know what to do. 2 truths, 1 lie, or you guys can play a bit of trivia. If you guys have enough people, you can play a round of Among Us. That'd be cool. or we can do Scribble.io. Basically, the world is your oyster. We blocked off the entire next hour just for us to go and hang out and play some games. And of course, if you're still having problems, if your computer is not working yet, go back, chat with your mentor, get that done first before you start playing the games. I think that's everything though. Any questions from anybody? Okay, awesome. Cool. Let's see, should be able to move everyone else, and you can probably stop the recording right here too.